So you're young, you're bright-eyed, you're excited, you're wanting to learn about investing, maybe even trading, but you don't know where to start. Today, we're going to do a nice introduction to the stock market and what it all means. So first, let's cover what the stock market even is. What purpose does it serve? What is it supposed to do? You see, back in the day, people used to trade goods for goods, right? That was before money was even a thing. They used to say, hey, I'll give you 6 shovels for your chicken. But the price of that chicken might differ from what the other person believes. And so then you have to barter and you have to figure that out. So basically, the stock market is trying to solve that problem for the real world in real time for every little thing. It's trying to figure out the price of this stock or the price of corn or even the price of the US dollar or euro, which is known as the Forex market. So the way that we've decided that is best to solve this issue is basically have as many people trying to figure out the prices of these things at all times as possible. The more participants you have in trying to figure out the correct price of things, the more accurate it is. That is the whole theory behind the stock market. So the price of a stock is the market's evaluation of that company given the amount of shares that are open on the market. And keep in mind, companies get to dictate how many shares are on the open market. So although you might see that Target's worth more than Walmart per share, notice that the market cap between these companies is actually very different and that Walmart's actually larger than Target. It doesn't mean that one's better or worse than the other. That's just the price that the market has decided that those shares are worth, directly correlated to how many are openly available. And what I mean by market cap is what that company would be worth if it sold all its shares. So when you're an investor, you're wanting to accumulate shares of different companies that you like or different products known as ETFs, which are a collection of different companies that you can buy for one single price in hopes that these will appreciate or gain value over time, which will correlate to you making money. Now, one of the things you have to consider is one, how do you buy these things? For that, you're going to want to pick a brokerage that you'd like to work with. And there are a lot of different brokerages, whether it's TD Ameritrade, Webull, Tastyworks, Robinhood. You could pick whichever one you'd like. Make sure to do some research on who you pick. It is important. Some people even like to have a few different brokerages because sometimes brokerages have issues, and so they diversify their risk in that way. It's kind of like diversifying your position in a lot of different stocks, except they do it with their brokerages as well. Something to consider if you'd like to do that. And keep in mind, if you want to transfer from one brokerage to another, this is usually a relatively easy process. Usually you just need to contact your brokerage and they'll even pay the processing fee to send it to another one. Or the one that you're transferring to will pay that processing fee for you. So if you're with one brokerage and you'd like to change your mind later, don't worry about that. It's usually a fairly easy process. Now for me personally, I like to work with TD Ameritrade. They've been a top dog for a long time. They're easy to work with. I like the simplicity of the website, but I also like the tools that I use for trading, which is known as Thinkorswim. If you want to learn about trading, we'll do another video on that. For now, we're just going to focus on investing. Now, if you're really young, you might want to look into a UGMA account or another type of account that's for those that aren't technically old enough to invest. Because remember, you need to be 18 years or older to technically invest or to open a brokerage account. This is fairly easy to work around. Simply talk to a parent or guardian and work with the brokerage to set up that account. You'll get control of the account when you turn 18. It'll still be yours, and it's really good on you to get ahead of this and get started as early as possible. All right, so now you got a brokerage account and you're ready to get going, but you're kind of unsure on what kind of money you should put in this account for investing. The big thing here is you don't want to put any money in your account that you're going to later need. This is money that once it's in there, it's out of sight, out of mind, it no longer exists to you. That money is gone. You're not going to touch it for at least several decades. Or if you have a UGMA account, you're not going to touch that for 50 years or more. Doesn't mean that you're not going to shift the positions or you're not going to kind of keep an eye on it. But if you're investing, you don't want to have to be staring at the stock market every day. You want to buy something and let it slowly appreciate over time. And of course, you might already be aware, but this is the fundamental case for investing. You're saying, hey, I want to maximize how much I can make in preparation for retirement or building up a nest egg. I know stock markets go up over time. So if I build up an account slowly, it'll grow exponentially as I add more and more, and then I can maximize how much I make. So now you're at the hard part of what do I even buy? Now, if you're young, you probably want to take more risk. Maybe there's some small company that could be the next Amazon, but it kind of could also crash to zero. When you're young, that's the time to take that risk. That high risk reward. Oh, I really think it could be something. You have time to recover if it goes badly. But if you're closer to retirement, you want to stick to things that have guarantees behind them, that are protected. This is like bonds, maybe even treasuries, which are backed by the government, so that if this company crashes, you're still going to get some money back out of it, or holding that asset will give you small allocations of money over time. There are some stocks that are like this, and what is known as dividends, and they'll pay you to hold that stock quarterly or monthly if it's a different type of product, maybe something like a REIT, which is invested in real estate. And I know I'm throwing a lot of different things at you right now, but these are just all different vehicles that you can purchase on the open market. So maybe right now you're like, okay, wait a second, I don't want to have to research all of this. Well, one, it doesn't have to be complex. Investing can be as simple as like, you know what? Everyone's got an Apple phone. I would like to own a share of that company and benefit from the fact that everyone has an Apple phone and buy shares of that company. Or it can even be like, hey, the S&P index covers the 500 largest companies in the US, and I'm just going to buy that in hopes that the US continues to grow and we continue to be a world power with tons of economic opportunities. And so I just want to benefit from that in general. It can be that simple. Or it can also be kind of complex. And you want to say, hey, you know what? It seems like markets go in cycles, and I don't want to have to keep up with those. I'd rather have a professional do that. And for those of you that are thinking that right now, you can check out the link down below and reach out to us at CWR Private Client Group, and we'd be more than happy to help you with that process. But let's say you're really independent, you're really driven, or you're excited, this interests you, and you want to do a deeper dive and really pick out the specific companies that you like and you want to invest in. In my experience, this process is different for everyone. Maybe you have specialized in a certain field, gives you extra insights in that field. You're an engineer, maybe you're a biologist, maybe you work in a mine and you happen to know that this certain mineral like lithium is going to go up a lot. So you'd like to gain exposure to that. That is completely personal up to you. And I would advise you to look up that sector and then say, okay, what are the leaders in this sector? What has the market already decided are the top dogs? And maybe dig into those and find one that you like. I think this is the best way to really dive into investing, is to say, okay, I want to invest in electric vehicles. Okay, the market says that Tesla is the top dog. Where's the price of Tesla right now? Am I buying it at the all-time highs? Maybe that's not the best time. Maybe I can find a better opportunity if I wait. This can backfire on you horribly if you find yourself waiting. So what do you do when it comes to timing the market? You're not wanting to be a trader. You don't want to take your full-time job and put it towards this. You just want to find some sort of avenue where you can passively accrue more value. That's the goal of an investor, right? You're not a trader, you're an investor. Well, the best way to go with investing is what 401k products do already. Now, if you're confused and you're like, wait a second, what is a 401k? He just threw that at me. 401k is usually paired for people who have a job. It's a benefit that their job gives them. A portion of what they're paid goes into this account that's already got products in it that invest in stock markets. And what that does is when they retire, they can then take that money out and they can benefit from taxes and that. There's other products like that that you can set up on your own as well, like a Roth or a Roth IRA account. And what these are, they're tax advantage accounts. So if you did it on your own in a regular brokerage account, you would pay taxes when you took that money out. But if you set up a Roth IRA account, you'll pay taxes when you put the money in. And since taxes usually go up as you get older, you can benefit from paying those taxes now. Now, there's also other products like index-based life insurance. And if you'd like to learn more about those and how they actually are protected against stock market losses, but can still accumulate over time and give you flexibility with your money, see those links down below again and reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to help you with that. But overall, what these products are doing is what is called passive incremental investing. It's saying, hey, I'm not going to time the market. I'm just going to take a certain amount of money and periodically put it in the market, regardless of where it's at. So when I want to get that money, I'll have that accumulation occur, and it won't matter what I paid, a decade ago, because it's gone up so much that it's just negligible. I hope you found this video helpful on learning what investing is, what the stock market is, and what products exist to benefit you. Now, if you're one of the people who's like, man, I find this really exciting, I want to learn more, I kind of want to keep up to date on what's going on, maybe you want to have a more active management style with your investments, make sure to check out the link down below. Visit the Discord. We have a community of people who are traders and investors. We try to keep up with the market, and we always try to share new resources that you can use to help you keep informed on what's going on, whether that be a new headline that just came out, something that's changing with a company, or an overall trend in the markets that's developing, or maybe something brand new, like a new emerging innovation or a new market that you can invest in, something like crypto, which we try to keep up with as well. Overall, your investment journey is your personal journey. This is a way for you to gain financial stability and to look out for your future self, but also maybe even for future society. Maybe you're someone that says, hey, you know what? I don't like the practices of this business. And even though I think their stock could go up, I don't want to support that. Because remember, your money has real world implications. So maybe you take that money and you say, you know what? I'm going to invest in clean energy for a better tomorrow. Because that clean energy company can take the money I give them and use it to build their future so that they can do more good. It works like that, really. Your share that you purchase is a vote for the success of whatever you are choosing to buy. It's empowering. So take this moment to maybe have some of those frustrations go away and get excited, because you're building your future and the future of society. I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure to like and subscribe so that you can learn more educational content, and check out the Discord. I'd love to talk to you over there. I'll see you next time.